up, you guys? For today's video, we are going to be using one of my all-time favorite palettes, which is the Morphe Such a Gem palette, and seriously, it is so magical. Like, look at that color story. It is so gorgeous. And if you are like me and you love purples, pinks, and like burgundy shades, I feel like you'd really enjoy this one too. I mean, like, seriously. It's so stunning. Literally every time I see it, I fall more in love with it. And what's really cool about this palette though too is you get so many different finishes with it. You get some mattes, some shimmers, you get some gel top coats, as well as a pressed glitter. So there are seriously so many different possibilities with this palette, which is really cool. And if you are looking for my original review on this palette, I will link it in the description box down below for you, as well as a bunch of other tutorials that I've done with this. Because when I like a palette, I do a lot of tutorials with this one, and this one is like definitely like one of those ones where I'm like, I need to use you all the time. But with that said though, if you like to see the look that I'm going to be creating today, just stay tuned on watching. And also, before we jump into today's tutorial, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like. And also, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. And on Instagram, I post 7 days a week with a ton of tutorials over on there if you are looking for some inspiration. So first things first, we are going to be priming our eyelids using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. These bigger palettes from Morphe are always so hard to hold up because they're like so bulky, but the first shade that we are going to be going in with after priming our eyes is this beautiful matte pink shade right here called Pink Prize. And then with this shade, I'm just going to be applying it into my crease and into my outer V, doing little circular motions to blend that upwards towards my brow. This is going to be acting as our transition shade, but isn't that a pretty pastel pink? Like, it seriously goes so well with the pinks and purples in this palette because it has like a little bit of purple to it, so it can kind of go either way. So once you have that applied and blended out, the next shade that we are going to be going in with is a beautiful raspberry shade right here called Very Good. And then with this shade, I'm just going to be applying it into my crease and into my outer V, and also wrapping it around into this inner third of my eye as well, because we are going to be doing a halo eye today. But can we just talk about and appreciate that pigmentation? Because, like, girl, it is so beautiful and just so bright. Like, whew, it is so gorgeous. Okay, but seriously though, this pink is so stunning. Like, look at how pigmented it is and like how vibrant. Oh my gosh, like I am living for it. But the next shade that we are going to be going in with out of the palette is another shade very, very close to this one, but a little bit deeper, and that is called Flaunt It. And then using a Real Techniques Essential Crease Brush, I'm just going to be applying this into my crease, into my outer V, as well as the inner third of my eye as well. I'm doing the exact same motion as I do in the outer third. I'm just doing like this little like C shape following my natural eye structure. And then I'm just doing little circular motions to blend that upwards. But ooh, I just love these shades. I don't know about you guys, but like a good pink and like raspberry, ooh, they get me so excited. So once you have that all applied and blended out, the next shade that we are going to be going in with is a beautiful wine shade. Is this one right here, because why not? That was such a bad joke, I'm sorry. And then with this shade, I'm just going to be applying it with a Morphe M507 brush into my crease, rounding out my outer V, as well as rounding out my inner third of my eye as well. Since we are going to be doing a halo eye, we just want to make sure that everything is really kind of nice and rounded, and that you match the outer V with the inner V so you don't have any weird gapping later on. So here's where I'm at right now with the look, and seriously, I love this color combination that we have going on so far. It is just so gorgeous. It's kind of like a deepened raspberry, yet it has a little bit of like brighter pink to it. I think it's just so beautiful. It kind of reminds me of like anti-Valentine's Day makeup. I don't know if you guys are getting that vibe too, but off camera, I'm just going to cut my crease using that Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer that we used earlier. However, instead of doing like a full-on cut crease today, I'm actually going to be doing like a halo eye type of deal with it. So I'm only going to be cutting the crease in the center of the eye and leaving the rest like just kind of like where it's at right now. I haven't done this in a hot minute though, so I'm crossing my fingers that it goes over well. But for a brush, I'm actually going to be using an Anastasia Beverly Hills number 18, which is my favorite for cut creases. I'm seriously stalling right now, like crossing my fingers, hoping that I don't mess up this eye look because it is just so pretty. I really love where it's at right now, but you know what? We have to try new things sometimes, and we're just gonna hope and pray that it works out. So here's where I'm at right now after cutting the crease, and I will say doing this type of shape was so much easier than doing a normal cut crease. Maybe I'm just weird, but I thought it was just a breeze to do. But the next shade that we are going to be going in with out of the palette is one that we used earlier, which is this really beautiful baby pink. So with this baby pink, I'm just going to be packing it on anywhere that that base is showing for our little halo eye cut crease. And it's okay if it kind of overlaps the pinks that we have going on in this outer edge, because we are going to be blending that out later. But honestly, I'm really surprised as to how easy it was to do this style of cut crease. Normally it takes me about maybe 2 times as long to do a normal cut crease. And this one was a lot easier to like finesse to and like really get the shape of where I wanted it to be. Because like when you do a normal cut crease, you have to like fix the whole thing. Whereas when you do this, you only have to kind of like fix the upper edge, which was super easy to do. The only downside of doing this style though is until you blend out the edges, it looks like you just took like some white paint and put it right in the center of your eye. And so now we are going to start working on blending out that harsh line that our cut crease gave us, because girl, we do not want harsh lines unless it is our cut crease. And what I'm going to do is take a little bit of this wine shade right here and mix it in with that berry shade with a 1:1 ratio. And then using this little shader brush from Shayna B. Miami, I'm just going to be packing this on that harsh line. And why I did this combination is because I wanted something a little bit deeper, but I also want a little bit of vibrancy to it. And that's why I mixed the two. You could also mix it in with that like reddish pink that we used earlier. And I'm just going to do a little tapping motion because you don't really want to blend it in too much because otherwise you're going to take away from that beautiful halo effect. So you just want to be extra careful with it. And then using the exact same brush and the exact same colors, I'm just going to repeat the same thing in the inner third of our kind of halo eye. And again, I'm just packing it on. I definitely need a mirror for this because, oh my gosh, doing this where I am right now, I can barely see. So once you have the sides blended out with those deeper colors, we are going to go back in with a little bit more of that baby pink shade from earlier, and then going right over the center. This will help blend the two colors together even further and also bring back a little bit more of that lightness from the baby pink. And when I'm doing this too, I'm really just pressing it in. So I just want to show you guys like a little hack of how I like blend like a lighter shade into a deeper one when I do like a cut crease. I take my brush at a really weird angle like this and I go right along that harsh line and flick it inwards. If you have a hooded eye like I do, this helps so much because you're able to get your brush in there just a little bit easier. And this will also help really create a beautiful gradient for you. And what I do is I like press my brush and then I flick it upwards. You could definitely leave this look where it's at right now, but honestly, I just want to do like a little something extra. So we are actually going to be going in with this gel top coat right here that's a baby pink shade, and it's called Oh Yas. And then with a different flat shader brush, I'm just going to be applying this to the center of my eye, right on top of that baby pink. Oh yeah, that definitely gave me that like extra pizzazz that I was looking for. That gel top coat though was like the cherry on top of this look. I mean, like it was like super pretty before like as an all matte look, but I don't know, like the glitter just added like that extra pizzazz that I was looking for. But off camera, I'm just going to apply like my foundation, my concealer, and all of that. So here's where I'm at right now with the look, and so far I am loving it. I think it's just so cool. I really like this like halo kind of cut crease situation that we have going on. At first I didn't know if I was going to like it or not just because I haven't done it in a really long time, but it's actually really starting to grow on me and I think it's so pretty. I cannot wait to do it more. But now we are going to start working on the lower lash line just to get everything really nice and balanced and just really put together. And the shade that we are going to be going in with is one that we used earlier, and that is called Very Good. And then using a Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush, I'm just going to be smoking this shade right underneath my lower lash line. And as you can see, I'm just doing like back and forth motions. I'm doing something really, really simple. You could also take like a really like heavy black eyeliner in like your waterline and really smoke it downwards with the pink. That would be so cool, especially if you are into like super grungy looks. I feel like you'd really enjoy that. But today I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to keep it where it's at. But like that color underneath the lower lash line is so pretty. I don't know, it's like one of my favorite shades in this palette. It is just so gorgeous and just so really rich in pigment. And before we do the inner corner highlight, I'm just going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Darkside liner, which is literally one of the best eyeliners I have ever used. It's one of those mechanical twist-up pencils, which is my preference. And I'm just going to quickly line my waterline. I'm not bringing it down far at all. I'm just keeping it right in the waterline because I don't want it to be like too heavy in the eye. I just want like a little hint of black. And then last but not least, for the inner corner highlight, we are going to be going in with one of my all-time favorite shades in this palette, and that is called Perfection. And then using a dampened Sigma E30 brush, I'm just going to be packing the shit out of this in my inner corner, as well as bringing it underneath the inner tear duct area as well to open up the eye. But isn't that color pretty? This is by far one of my all-time favorite like inner corner highlights because it's just so universal and it works with practically any single eye look. I don't know, I just really enjoy it. Not to mention, it makes the most beautiful highlighter as well. But yeah, so here is the finished like using the Morphe Such a Gem palette, which is one of my all-time favorite palettes. If you have never tried out this palette, I highly recommend it, especially if you like pinks and purples. Seriously, such a bangin' palette if you are looking for a great one from Morphe. But I gotta say, when I was doing like this halo eye cut crease situation that we have going on today, I did not think I was going to like it like whatsoever. I thought it was going to make my eyes look like way too round, which would make my face look too round, and girl, I do not need my face to look any more round than it already does. But I'm so happy that I did it because it actually did something that I didn't expect it to. It made my eyes look a little bit more elongated, a little bit more cat eye-like, and a little bit more snatched, which is totally my thing. I don't know, I think it looks so cool, and I really like it with like this winged eyeliner that I did today. Like, girl, highly recommend doing it if you have never done it before. And I think that just kind of goes to show you sometimes it's really fun to like experiment with makeup, try new things, get out of your comfort zone and stuff like that. But yeah, so in the comments down below, let me know what you think about this look, and also let me know what your favorite eye shape is to do with makeup. For me personally, it is definitely like a traditional cut crease. I think it's just so beautiful and so gorgeous. But anyways, if you haven't already, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button down below and gave this video a like. And also, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!